You know what? You can be spiritual and still like sports. You can. I know there's a lot of people in the spiritual community who are like, I don't like sports. Sports are fixed. Sports are this. Sports are that. It's a business and da da da. No kidding. No freaking kidding. Okay. To me, it's not that big a deal to like sports because number one, it provides a healthy way to have people compete, you know, an organized way. It's a lot better than going to war, you know, which I know we still do. But the point is, I don't see the problem with sports. And I know that there is a teaching or, some people say in the spiritual community that sports was invented to distract men, especially from going to war. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? I mean, I know why. It's because basically the story goes that, while the governments, even back in the day, were doing things, in a cavalier way and pretty much right under everybody's nose. So I guess it's not that cavalier. But instead of, you know, people being angry and upset at the government for these things, they were distracted with sports. I mean, okay. If you need sports to distract you from being aware of what's going on in the world, I mean, I don't see the connection there. I mean, I understand. Look, here's the thing with sports that's an issue. The gambling, when the gambling gets out of hand, people have lost homes. They've ruined their lives in a lot of ways, and the families suffer. So I get that. But to bash sports because you're spiritual, I just don't understand that. Another thing I'll say why sports has a positive effect on society. Think of all the memories that families have going to sporting events, right? A father takes their kid to their first ball game, you know, the memories of what's happening in the game itself. Maybe they catch a foul ball in a baseball game, right? They watch their team win a championship. I think it's wonderful. Yes, I am a big sports fan. Yes. So I am on a little bit of a soapbox right now. And look, you don't like sports, that's fine. But you know what the joke is? The people who don't like sports because they feel it's a business and it's fixed and all this crap. You know what? These are the same people that go to movies. At least not all of them. I know some of them don't do that either. And I am noticing a trend, by the way, where movies don't really resonate with people like they used to because we have like actual other forms of entertainment now. Netflix, YouTube, TikTok, and all that, where you could actually watch a video. Like a real life thing, and I think that is another part of the shift. I'm not going to lie. But a lot of people who don't like sports, whether they're spiritual or not, that's irrelevant. A lot of people who don't like sports are the same ones that'll go to a movie every week. And I'm like, that's still a form of entertainment. Yeah, but it's not fixed. You mean the movie doesn't have a fixed outcome? The movie wasn't scripted? Oh, but all these athletes are getting paid millions of dollars. So are the actors and actresses that are in the movies. And what about that popcorn you're eating? Right? So, I think sports gets a bad rap among some of the awakened people. Like, oh, sports are, they're a waste. They're this, they're that. I'm like, you know what? It could be a positive thing. Enjoy.